Hello everybody, I'm back again for Flosstube number 14. I'm going to go over 3 finishes that I have, some whips, and some recent charts that I purchased, and I finished a quilt. Well, the binding on the quilt's been done. So, let's do whips first. And I'm also going to show you, I got Elizabeth Cheatham back from the framer. So, let's go ahead and start with whips. Since they're on the top of the stack. Let's see, where did I put it? Okay, so the first whip that I've been working on is Liberty's Welcome from Plum Street. So pretty. Me, Heidi, and Phoebe all started this on 4th of July, I believe. I don't have to think, I can look. When did we start it? Yes, well, technically we started on June 30th, so not 4th of July, but it was the thought that counts, right? So this is being stitched on 40 count Liberty by Moonshine Stitchery that Phoebe dyed specifically for this piece. You can't really see it that well. I think my room's too bright. But there's like a blue and there's red somewhere. Like a reddish color, but I can't really show you that well on here. But it's very pretty linen in person. And it has very pretty modeling. So you can kind of see the blue there. A little hint of the red up there at the top. But it's very pretty. So, since we started this is what I have done. I know Heidi is like finished with the house. She's got this big star in the corner done. She's got the eagle done above the house, and she's working on outlining the grass. So, this is my little sad excuse. I do have this flower pot done, and the grass is completely outlined. And you can see I started writing Liberty. It's like L-I, and then part of the B. The horse is done. He just needs his horse strap thing put on. I don't know what it's called. I've never rode a horse like that. And then I started on the wagon, or the buggy, whatever, the carriage. So that is that one. And it lives together with the American Sampler, also by Plum Street. So I have all their floss on one floss string for both. And then while I'm here, I might as well show you the American Sampler. Why not? Here's the American Sampler. And this is being stitched on 40 count flax. It says white guard linen. So that's that one. So, working, 9 to 5. And then I just have the charts in here, and I have, I think, 2 other Plum Streets. I also want to do Flag Thief. I think it's so cute, the little bunny in the box. And then I have This I Know in here also. I love that pink church. Well, pinkish colored church. So I have them in here just so they stay on my mind to start them. So they live in here together, all of that. And then I finally decided that I wanted to start the Prairie Schoolers, which I see the needle is trying to escape through my expensive project bag. It's a Ziploc bag. So I started with the 1985 one. So here is it. I got it on D-Stash, so it's like the original cardstock. And I'm doing them on the 18 count khaki stuff. And so that is as far as he has gotten so far. And it's 2 threads. So of course it's gonna take me probably forever. But I have enough to keep on going, and then it's folded in half. So I can probably do like 8 on here, maybe more. I don't know. I'll figure it out, because I don't know how big I might cut them to make their little pillows. Because I want it to be like Narissa's, how she has hers. So I probably need to ask her how big she cuts them after she's finished stitching them, to like include the seam allowance and everything, so I can make them into pillows. So I have that in here, and then some more like little Prairie Schooler books with Santas and stuff, and more of the individual Santas are in here also. See? More Santas. They're all down in here. And so I have the floss for a lot of it all in here together. So sometimes I work on this in the evening when my eyes are getting kind of tired from 40 and 46. I pull this out, and I don't have to wear glasses to stitch on that, which I went to the eye doctor and they told me basically I'm blind. Not really, but like I needed prescription glasses. So I finally got those instead of just wearing readers. I guess genes finally caught up with me because both of my parents wear glasses. Why are you not on the floss strap? Is there a reason why you have escaped? What are you in here for? Who knows? Anyways, I'll figure that mystery out later. After my last video, I started working on Elizabeth Weston, because it hangs behind Narissa in her video, and I really want to get this one further along. I started it last year with my sampler, stash sampler starts. Here are the DMCs that I'm using for this one. So I pulled this one out and started working on it. Let's see if I can get it over here. So I've got these little boards to help me now. Let's see if I can scoot back and see it more. So last time, I didn't have the whole border all the way around. So, and then I had a counting error over here. So I had to pull all this out. I had to pull out all of this vine. I still need to pull out this little pink, and there's a little bit of cream over here that I need to take out. But I have replaced the vine, and I still just need to pull out those 2 little bits where the flowers were. So since I had to pull all this out, back to the counting error, it was in this stem. And since I based everything off of this flower pot for all of this, everything was wrong because of that one little stem. So this time I pulled it out, I got the vine of the border all the way around, at least one color of it. I got this whole basket in with its 2 little small baskets on either side. And then I started working on the flowers in the border. And this border is like 3 colors. So 1, 2, 3. So I have 1 row all the way around, and I'm going back and doing the other rows. So I would do like some in the border, and then I would work down here. So I counted down, I did the birds so I could get here and count down. And then I did this little band that I started to do more layers on. But I got all of that done. and then temple this, and then got over here to this side. So there's like a little plants on both sides. Then I came down to the bottom and I was able to get to where that bottom band goes all the way across, and I got that tree in. So, see, flowers. So I got a lot of work done on this. I was working on it a lot, and it's really big. And this is a piece of 40 count that I dyed, similar to what Andale is. But this one turned out a little lighter. So, oops, if I don't drop it. So that's that one. Pretty pretty. I love it. Love the pink. Let's see if I can set these over here. Stay. I'm trying to do the board thing because I feel like I sit there and I fight with the big ones, and I stitch a lot of big stuff. And Narissa makes it look so easy, but she also stands up. If I stand up, I don't have a stand to put the camera thing on. So, I don't know. I have to figure out how to do that. So that's why I sit down. But then if I use the board, I sit down, then the board's kind of weird. So after I did that, all of this is not in order because you will see some of the finishes were in between here. So after I had the finishes, I worked on Weston, then started something else, finished that, started something else, finished that, and then I picked up Charlotte Warrington, which is this beauty from Needlework Press, and this was part of the Homespun Needlework Facebook group, so it's not a general release, but they've done like 3 rounds of it. I bought it the second go round. So mine came with 40 count Weeks straw on the Zweigart base. And the time that I ordered it, they only offered it in silks and Weeks dye works, like overdyes. So they didn't have the DMC option. So I have all of the Weeks floss. I've already used up 1 red rocks, and this is the second one, and it's like 12 strings left. So I'm making my way through. Oh, but another thing. So on the back of here, it says that one of the colors is supposed to be mauve. Well, in all of my floss, I have no mauve at all. Like it's just not in the floss that they sent me. But I had a color on here that is not on the color list, floss list. And that was Oyster. Oyster? I don't know. Weeks Dye Works. So I am using that in place of mauve. So I don't know if that is a replacement for mauve or not. Mauve by Weeks. Because that's what my kit came with. Was Oyster instead of mauve. So I'm just going with it. I mean, that's what they sent me, so that's what they sent. So this time when I picked this one up, I put it on one of the boards too. I had this little red inner border where the flowers are. I had it to like here. And then this one, let's see, because I didn't finish the other leg. I had the outer border to like here. To like right here where it's a little darker. Because it's got 2 legs. So I did the outer border all the way down to there. And then I brought the flower border over to here. See? So then that way all I have to do is work up this side with the flower border, the inner border. But this time I came over here and I only had 1 tower done. So like the rest of this I've built since I pulled it out. So I did this one, this tower, my needle's right here because I was still building the castle last night. And I also have got all 3 colors of the border now because it was just the red. So I've done the yellow and the green all the way up to like right here-ish area. Yep, right here is the green. The yellow is like right here somewhere. And I put in all of the inner flowers. See that one you can't really see. But that's this is the oyster, which is supposed to be mauve, but it's that oyster instead. So I've done all of the flowers on the inside, and then I'm working and doing the flowers on the outside. That's what I'm doing. And then I have to get the stems and come back on the inner flowers because they're green with the little balls on the outside, like this. And these balls right here are sage, but the rest of them are lily pad. That's the only ones that are sage in the whole chart. And so even the yellow stem ones, like this one, have lily pad little balls on the end over here. So I have to do all of that. But I was just trying to get all the flowers in first, and then I can just go back and do the lily pad stems like this. See? And here's the little ball things right there, because that's the center flower. And so when I had like an extra piece of floss left over, because these take a string and like a half to do the fill-in color on the flowers, I would come over here and do this flower pot. So it's not finished, but it's just using up my leftover floss from these. That's what I was doing on that. Oh, and I did put in this little grass platform for the tree of life with Adam and Eve goes here, which I haven't put in yet. And I did a little bit of the dark green outlining down here because it's like dark green and light green. But I pulled this out because I kept seeing Sean, the Periwinkle Stitcher, and Narissa from Narissa's Stitching Lifestyle working on theirs, and I was like, I need to pull mine out. So I've made a lot of progress on it. Pretty pretty. And I have linen left over, folded over at the top. So when they give you the linen in the kit, there's plenty of it for you to do it. And I'll have some left over. So that was Charlotte Warrington. And like I said, these aren't in order. I probably could have put them in order of how I stitched them. But that probably would have been more work. And it's the summer, so who wants to do all that work? School starts back next week. I was trying to get this done before Stash Sampler starts. And that starts on Friday. I think I'm going to start with the Lord's Prayer. Who is that by? You know which one I'm talking about. I think Brenda finished it. The one with like the oval in the middle with the prayer in it, and then the vine that goes around the outside. I don't know. I showed y'all in the last video all of the things that I was planning on starting for Stash Sampler starts in August and September with Narissa. So it was in that video. Can't remember who makes it though. So some of the finishes that I had, I will tell you about those, and then I'll show you my frame piece that I got back from the framer. So on the 21st of June, I finally finished the 1857 quilt block sampler. I love this. It's so cute and rustic looking to me. But then when you stitch it, it turns out to look very Eastery because of the DMC colors. And this was stitched on 40 count light mocha. So I always put the little 1, 2, 3 stitch sticker on there. That's where I get it from. So this one is done. And I cut off the other side of this, and I'm doing a Teresa Kogut piece on it. I can't remember. The one with like the church on the bottom and the big lady in it. It's long and skinny. Can't remember the name. But this one is finished. So pretty. Pretty, pretty. All the alphabet up at the top. And then it was cute. She didn't have enough room for all the numbers, so it's just like 1 through 4, 5, 6, 7, and then she put 8, 9 right there. She's like, oh, it's fine, just put it there. So that's this one. That pink house would never stop. It just kept going and going and going. And then the colors, I don't know if you can really tell, but in the windows, to be honest, I can't even really tell in person. The windows are filled in with 2 different colors. One is slightly darker for like the doohickeys, the divider pieces. They're slightly darker, and then the window is yellow, but you can't really tell. So that one's finished. I need to send it to go get framed at some point. The next one I finished is one of like the oldest whips, if not the oldest, which is Vintage Housewife by Lori Holt. I have the quilt kit for this too. I actually forgot to grab one of the quilt kits I just recently got. It's the Lori Holt's Liberty one, the new, like the red, white, and blue line that she did. It's the one with the So Simple shapes. Red Velvet Quilts. She finished hers in her latest video. I just now got the quilt kit. Someone had it on sale on D-Stash, and so I grabbed it. And I got the So Simple shapes, but I forgot to grab the quilt kit, or I would have showed you. So this one is done. This one is with DMC on 14 count Ada. So it is gorgeous. I love it. So glad it's finally done. I want to get like a turquoise frame or an aqua frame or something to highlight the colors of the apron and everything. Like that kind of color for the frame is what I think I'm gonna do. Or maybe pink, I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments, would you go aqua for the frame or pink for the frame for Vintage Housewife? And I also forgot to grab the Hometown Quilt by Lori Holt. I finished all the houses. Everything is assembled. I just need to sew like 2 more rows onto the quilt and put the border on it. And the quilt's done. I just haven't went in there and sewed, because who wants to sit there and sew and have all that fabric sitting on you, and it's so hot. It's like 100 degrees. I don't feel like doing it. The next one, I started this one and finished it in the month of July. Let's see. If I move this, I can tell you when I started it. I started it on Wednesday, the 2nd of July, and I was able to finish it by the 18th. And some of those days I didn't stitch on it. So it took me 11 days altogether, because some of those days I did not stitch on this, I stitched on something else. I don't have anywhere to put those. But that's Rachel Sheard by Hands Across the Sea. So technically this is my first finished Hands Across the Sea chart. Of course it would be an itty bitty one. It is only 187 by 188, by 181, I'm sorry. And I did stitch it on the called for cream brulee, and I had 46 count. And this is what's left over after I measured for, gosh, I cannot remember. It's also one of my stash sampler starts. Dickinson, Florence Mary Dickinson. So off of that fat quarter of 46 cream brulee, I was able to get both of these and enough to do like a little pillow that I'm working on. So she's finished. She's with the DMC. And she's all pretty and done. And it was a lot of red and that turquoise color. A lot of it. And so there is no over 1 on this chart. Let's see. but there are some half stitches on both sides in the border. Like right here, if you can tell, there's only one thread between these two little diamonds. So I guess she like miscounted somewhere and did that, but she copied it and did it on the other side right there also. So she did it on both sides of that border. But it's so pretty. And like some of the colors, like that light blue, that's really the only place you used it, was on those two little star things. And the pink, that light pink, you used it on these little bands in the middle of this and in the middle of these flowers on both sides here. And the yellow was only in that one center flower. And I think that's the only yellow, if my memory is correct. Oh, no, in that basket in the middle. And that's it. So predominantly it is 2 shades of the turquoise color, 1 darker shade, and the darker shade is only used in like the stems, like this one, and the stem of that center one down there in the bottom. And the rest of it is just red and aqua. The entire thing. But she's so pretty. I love it. It's so pretty. So that is all of those. Let's see if we can move stuff without making a complete mess. I did iron these. I'm trying to keep them somewhat flat. So I had told y'all I was working on binding this quilt. So I finally got it completely bound around, and I was gonna show y'all. So I told you I was doing the big stitch binding, which you can kind of see here is good. You see the big red stitches. So I did that all the way around on the back of the quilt. See? And then on the front, it's just machine bound on the front. And then flipped over and I just did that big stitch on the back. So this one has been washed, dried. It's all cozy. I just need to get my quilt ladder put together. I went and bought the wood to build my own quilt ladder, and I might show y'all how I'm gonna do it in a video, but I have to get my husband to cut the wood because I don't like the saw. It scares me. All I can see is me losing a finger or something with the saw. So he just needs to cut down a little bit on the 2 tall parts for the ladder so it will fit in the room. Because right now the wood's too tall and like it almost scrapes the ceiling. So after he cuts that down, then I can put it together and paint it. And I will show y'all how to do all of that. So I will show you some, I think this is majority of all of them, unless I put some of them up, of charts that I recently got. And I did get that quilt kit that's in the other room that I forgot to get. But I did have someone reach out to me. It was very kind. I should have asked them if I could say their name. So I'm not going to say their name, but they were very kind. Thank you very much. I even saved your card that you sent me. It's in here with the chart. So they had known that I have this and I want to stitch it so badly. I love it. The pinks and greens and everything. It's like my 2 favorite colors. And they reached out to me on Instagram and said that they had decided to go with the silks instead of the overdyes, and if I was interested in having them. And so they sent me all of the overdyes for the 7-sheet sampler, which was so very generous, and they're so beautiful. So I just had to get the linen and start this as soon as possible because I love it. It's It's so pretty. Ever since Carol finished this and I saw it on her video, I just want to stitch it so bad. So pretty. Love it. Love it. So I have that one. It's not a recent purchase, but I just wanted to say thank you for the floss for that one. And then I got into a lot of D-Stash and stuff on Facebook, which I need to stop because I need another box now just for charts. So I've been wanting this one, the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. Love it. I could like do the border on it and then do a flower here and there and it would get done. So it's so pretty. Love that one. Been wanting it. Finally saw it on D-Stash. Got it. The Bee Attitudes. I got that one. And I had purchased this and then the Kindred Stitcher showed it on her video and I was like, oh, I just got that on D-Stash. So that was fun. I think that's so pretty. So I got that one. This came from Evertote. I just ordered the chart. I didn't get the whole kit. But this is Jane Wood, 1835. I love that house. Doesn't it kind of look like the Taj Mahal, but pink or something? And then it comes with the chart to do the pin cushion also. And unlike some of their charts, this one does have a DMC conversion on the back. See, DMC conversion. And there's the closer look at the pin cushion. And I think that's the antique. I could probably read. Yes. And it's huge because that's a Coke can next to it. And that's how big it is. And the stitch count on this one is huge. I mean, the chart alone is huge. Let's see if it tells me the stitch count. The sampler is 302 by 306, so almost square. Almost. But I just thought that was so pretty. And they showed it in one of their videos, and I was like, I need that chart. So I went ahead and ordered it, like pre-ordered it, and then they sent it when it came out. So pretty, so pretty. Love it. And then I've been wanting this. We recently got chickens. I've been wanting chickens since we moved to the middle of the country. And I finally got chickens. Because you couldn't have them in the city where I'm from. So when we moved here, I wanted chickens. And because we make a lot of cakes and stuff. Me and my daughter. And so I need a lot of eggs anyways. So I saw this animal cracker. And this was the first one I think that I've bought. But it was a retreat piece or something. But it's a chicken. My chickens are Rhode Island Reds. I'll insert a video of them at the end. So this doesn't look like my chicken, but I was thinking I could do this chicken and then, don't fall, and then stitch it again and make it like a Rhode Island Red with a different color apron maybe. And it comes with this little, what do they call that? A sewing roll, which I would just make into a little pillow. But it's so cute. I wanted it, and I saw it on D-Stash, and I got it, and then it came out for general release after that. So, love it. I went ahead and got Ann Webb. Of course, it's Hands Across the Sea, and it has the 2 goats on it. My aunt used to have goats on her farm when I was growing up, and I actually had the chance to name one when I was growing up, and his name was Socks, but it was a white goat with like little brown black feet. So that's why I called it Socks. But I love that one. And it's big, 313 by 295. I really like her bigger charts more than these because these ones, it's like, it divides it up so much. But it's still Hands Across the Sea, so I love it anyway. So what am I complaining for? I got Little Red House Sampler by Brenda Gervais on D-Stash. This came in the mail today. So we're not going to tell anyone. Just shh. I think that's so pretty. So pretty. That vine and then all of this sawtooth is satin stitch. Yep. All of that is satin stitch on this border and the outside border. But it's so pretty. And this one came today with that one in the mail. And it's the Heartland Sampler. Again, I love farm looking stuff. So there's like a cow, love it, some chickens, some sheep, little whale thing. It's so pretty. I love it. The red barn, corn. Actually, we have a cornfield behind our house, which is funny. And a little garden planted over here. We didn't plant a garden this year. Last year, I planted a garden, and we have a neighborhood rabbit that runs around, and we don't have a fence around our whole yard. So it was like a rabbit buffet the whole time. It just ate everything. You'd go out there, and the rabbit just be sitting there staring at you like, oh yeah, what are my plants? Yeah, I want it. So this is Elizabeth Stevenson. I forgot to order it when Nicola was offering the little fabric panel with it. And so I was like, oh, darn it, I missed out. And then someone was selling it on D-Stash with the fabric panels. So I got both of the panels and both of the cards. Oh, there's Florence Mary Dickinson. That's it right there. So Cream Brulee I have for that one too, from Rachel Sheard. And then I don't know what chart this is on this card. Let's see. Oh, this one's pretty. I should move these little things so I could see it, huh? Maria Wales Newsom. Oh, I wonder if she's going to reproduce this one. Isn't that so pretty? That's beautiful. And we all love big red houses. And that's not a lot of over one here and here. So, and that border is gorgeous. Hopefully she will redo this one. And it has that square stitch thing. I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's called square stitch. For like all the capital letters or that box looking stitch. I like doing that. It's on Sarah Chapel, whatever her name is. It's on that one. So I did get this one. I'm thinking about using Birdsong for it, but I'm not sure. So then I also got Goodness and Mercy because it has all the little sheep on it. It's so cute. And I do like this verse, Psalms 23. So I got that. And it does come with some bonus charts in here. It comes with like the pillow, which is so pretty. And then it also has, I don't know if they have a picture of it, or just a chart. Well, I'll show you quickly. And then it has like just the basket. So you can make a pillow of the fruit basket too, because they don't have a picture of that in here. But they just take it out of the sampler, like one of these baskets, and make that into a pillow. Then I saw this on D-Stash too, and I should have known that it was going to be the devil to stitch, because it's Rosewood Manor, but it has a lot of back stitch in it, which, you know, it's fine. Which is Inspiration. I thought it was pretty with all the vines on it, but all of that vine work is back stitch. So yeah, that would take a lot. I guess you could just do the outside border and then slowly work your way in that way. Which, that's beautiful. So I got it. It was cheap. I went ahead and got it. I'm sorry, y'all. They're yelling in there. Village Square Sampler. I think the Kindred Stitcher showed this one also, and I had it too. I recently ordered this one. I love that. It's so pretty. And it's $2.90 by $3.40. And it's charted with DMC. Someone after my own heart. I love DMC. Because I can get it at the Hoblob. And then I got Frederick and his little girlfriend, Frederica. Carol, did you finish Frederica? I can't remember. I think you got Frederick done, but did you finish Frederica? I can't recall. And I got a mine Independent and True, or Independent and Free, sorry. Love that. And then I got this kit. Somebody was selling the whole kit for Kind and True. It even has the needle in there. So, it comes with the floss and everything. So I got that. And that is all that I have to show. So I didn't take up much of your time. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you the Elizabeth Cheatham. She's framed back from the Hoblob. So here she goes. I posted a picture of her on Instagram, hanging up on the wall with the other ones. So that's the whole one. The lovely lady at Hobby Lobby, she does really good at framing them. They're so pretty. So she's framed. So that's that. So yeah. Probably for the rest of this month, it's only what, today and tomorrow, I'll probably just work on Charlotte Warrington a little bit more, and then start on the Lord's Prayer on Friday. Yeah, see? Here, it's my little list I made of all of them and their size. So see, I put Lord's Prayer, number 1. Then I'm thinking about Sarah Reams for number 2. Thinking about it, not sure. But it's all tentative. That's why it's wrote in pencil, because I can change. You give me a book, I shove paper in here and I write on everything. There's paper all through there. I do it to my general planner also. I was going to say thank you, Carol, for mentioning me in your video. That was awesome. So thank you. And like always, I watch Heidi from Whips and Kits, Phoebe from Moonshine Stitchery, Sean the Periwinkle Stitcher, Marissa Stitching Lifestyle, and Carol, of course. And I watch Brenda and Laura a lot. Who else do I watch? I watch a lot of people. And then I also watch a lot of like Chateau YouTube channels, like Chateau Diaries and Escape to Rural France, I think is what it's called, with Dan. He's fixing up his chateau too. So I've been watching them for years. So y'all have a great rest of your summer. I think we have like 5 or 6 days until the kids go back here. Thank goodness I need a break. Like, I'm tired. I'm frizzled out. But y'all have a good one. Take care. Stay cool. Happy stitching.